is your home for the Panthers. Paola Sports Live.
Taking the snap, they'll go play action. They're looking on the wheel route, got a man wide open, it's Troutman! J.D. Troutman is gonna go all the way for the touchdown!
Paola Sports Live is presented by Go Brawley. It just works. Learn more about fast, reliable service and great customer service at gobrawley.com.
The outside shot, Wickers blocked from behind by Kuhlman. Here comes Pitzer though, puts it right back, and one, count the basket. Troutman, a nice pass underneath the Richmond. He's got himself 4 in the tie for Paola.
Play clock at 15, they'll take the snap. This will be a quarterback keeper and into the end zone.
It's time for the Panthers on your home for Paola High School Athletics. Paola Sports Live.
You know, whenever you see Paola Sports Live broadcasting from Dean Evans Stadium in Salina, Kansas, you know it is something special. We have made it again, folks, for the Kansas State High School Baseball 4A Championship Tournament. Quarterfinal action here is presented all by Go Brawley. Go Brawley Internet. It just works as we are set up here. Hello, I am Dylan Funk, joined alongside my broadcast partner, Dennis Drennan. Opening round action here for the Panthers, partner, and you and I, this is our third trip to state for these Panthers. This is their 5th in a row, and 8 of the last 11 years they have found their way here to Salina. I think for all the Panther faithful, the trip down here is probably just as easy to remember as like the destination back home. You don't even have to bring up a GPS. These Panthers are no strangers to being here in Salina. We saw them last year, end up finishing 4th, looking to get back to the state championship game for the first time since 2014, led again by their skipper and legendary head coach Brummer. 150th overall career win picked up over regionals. More on that as the game goes along. This is a Panther squad, heavy loaded seniors. Again, 5 years in a row, so everybody on this team has experience here at this big stage, and you need that in these kind of big games as they take on a very talented Clay Center Tiger squad coming up here in just a matter of moments.
Yeah, I tell you what, the experience at this level, the stage isn't too big for these Panthers. They're ready to go.
Just about every starter on this team is a senior. He'll start Troutman getting the start at second base. Koslow in right field. Hunter Lothan, he will be batting and pitching. He'll be third in that order. We'll see him start in just a few moments. Chase Curley at second base. Jasper Logan at first. The X-Man, Xander Meinig, he's in center field. Roman Barnes, the catcher. Mason Stein at third base. And Mercer, the left fielder. That is your 9 for the Paola Panthers. Again, it is Hunter Lothan that will get the start here for Paola. Part of this Panther squad, one of the most consistent programs here in the state, a 25-3 mark this year for Paola en route of their 5th consecutive trip here to the 4A state tournament. Had a successful regional tournament, routing Chanute in the first matchup, or routing Baldwin in the championship game. They had a close one against Chanute, were able to get out with a win, and then they beat Baldwin after Baldwin would then upset Independence in the regional semifinals. So it was a Frontier League matchup that went heavily in favor of the Panthers. 14-1 was the final score in that one. Panthers were here last year, won in the first round. It was a chippy, competitive game against Lewisburg. You and I were on the call on that one alongside our colleague Brendan Bolin. It was a rivalry game for sure. You felt it, the highest stakes you could possibly have. Paola was able to get the win, dropped their game in the semifinal to Rock Creek, the eventual state champions, and then would drop to Abilene in the 3rd place game, but looking to right the ship here this year coming into this tournament.
Yeah, you gotta believe these seniors are hungry. They want to make their mark. Their last chance here at state, so I look for them to give everything they got.
Lothan, for his high school career, he has just gotten better and better. The strikeouts have continued to climb up. The walks have gone down. The ERA has gone down as well. His senior campaign, 46 total innings pitched, 29 hits, 16 runs allowed, 13 of those earned, 53 strikeouts to 15 walks. Those are career high and lows in both those categories, and a sub-2 ERA at 1.98. Got the pitch and the win in the regional championship game against Baldwin. He will get the nod here in the opening round here at the state tournament. Dean Evans Stadium in Salina, Kansas. Clay Center coming in here. Kaufman, Platson, and Tatman. The first 3 due up. Anyone gets on, it'll be Bergeron in the cleanup spot and starting over at first base. This is a field in this 4A tournament that arguably hasn't been this deep in quite some time. A realistic shot for all 8 teams that are here, a chance to win. We saw Abilene just sent home. Fort Scott got the opening round win 4-2, so the 2 seed is moving on. They get the winner of this game here. Sure, the Tigers are sticking around. Lothan will fire the first pitch just off the plate, ball 1. Miller Kaufman swings at that one and can't put it in play. Now 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, he was late on that. Lothan threw it by him.
433 average this season. Kaufman takes another pitch. Thought he was going to be taken for a ball, but it is called a strike. So now 1-2. Got to protect here. 67 at bat, scoring 35 runs on 29 hits, 14 RBIs.
Center fielder, center and left fielder, well, all the outfielders are playing way in.
There's a ground ball. Jace Curley will take it over at second. Short toss over to first in time to Jasper Logan. 1 up, 1 down here to start this 2025 state tournament game for the Panthers.
Looks like the Panthers have done a good job scouting play center here. They had their outfield in a big shift right there and pulling them in. Now they're back at regular depth.
The lefty Cole Platson is now going to step in. This will be a good matchup here. Platson, a commit to Oklahoma State. Committed back in 2023.
That's a big baseball school.
Very impressive stats for him this year. That average at 587, on base at 757.
Holy cow.
In the regional championship game, he was walked in all 5 at-bats that he had. He was given the Barry Bonds treatment.
Yeah.
Leads the team 9 doubles, 12 home runs. 2-1.
Now it goes to 3-1. Now you got to figure he has the green light here. So if you're Lothan, don't give him a cookie.
With all the accolades that Platson has piled up in his career, he says the one that matters most is those 3 wins, ending with a championship. He wants to bring a title home to Clay Center, and that one called a strike, and he tossed the bat aside like it was ball 4. So he's got to pick it back up, tighten that elbow guard, and get back in the box. 3-2 count. Big spot here. Payoff from Lothan. Here it is. Ball 4, high upstairs. And so far, you and I, we got a chance to watch the first game of this tournament, Fort Scott and Abilene. If that game taught us anything, is that base on balls can come back to haunt you big time.
About 40% of the time on average.
Veteran catcher now, Tapman will step in. First pitch from Lothan upstairs again. He's been the catcher every inning this year.
A long look down at third. Let's see if they have something on here.
Batting .302 on the year, .566 on base percentage. Called strike here. Clay Center back at Salinas, their first time since 2023. They'll bring a 6-game winning streak into today. They are the 6th overall seed at 19-6, tied for the lowest amount of wins, second lowest amount of wins at this tournament, with Tonganoxie also just below them at 16 wins on the year. 1-1 from Lothan off the plate again, 2-1. 13 pitches already in this half inning for Hunter Lothan.
Fastball for a strike.
Hey, take care of that outside pitch. Let's go.
Lothan, one of the many commits on this Paola team to play at the next level. He will be at Neosho Community College, as that one's low and away throw coming into second and not going to be in time. It goes as a steal for Cole Platson. He moves up into scoring position. And it's a 3-2 count at the plate. Second time here for Lothan. Tapman looking to put something in play, get the Tigers on the board early. Look again, and deliver. 3-2. Popped up out into the outfield. X-Man drifting over to his left. Meinig is there and brings it in. Platson will hold put at second base. A hit to score him. 2 gone here. Lothan and out away and getting a scoreless top half of the first. So you got Lothan, who will be at Neosho. Meinig, who just made that put out in center, along with Mercer. They both will be at Highland Community College, and J.D. Troutman and Jasper Logan will both play at Fort Scott Community College. So plenty of Panthers will be supplying a lot of the star power in the Kansas Jayhawk Community College Conference for at least the next 2 years. Berggren will now step in. Next at bat here for the Tigers. Takes the first pitch. 0-1. Foul tip. That one off the left ankle. It's going to take some time to walk that off. As far as the weather today, could not ask for much more of a beautiful day to play some baseball here at Dean Evans Stadium. It has been cloud covered all day with temperatures dwindling down into the low to mid 70s, which is about where we will stay.
Yes, right now, partner, is 66 degrees
66,
with an 8-mile-an-hour breeze out of the north.
This one popped up deep foul grounds here. Jasper Logan drifting over for first. He will take care of this himself, and that will do it here in the top of the first. Lothan able to put up a scoreless frame. Panthers up to bat for the first time when we return on Paola Sports Live.
The Fun 99 menu, always $1.99 each.
A message from the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment.
Did you know your new favorite burger has hand-smashed patties made to order, hot and melty cheese, and a tangy sauce? How rude of me. Let me introduce you. The all-new Sonic Smasher. Live free, eat Sonic.
Looking for a taste of home-cooked goodness in a welcoming hometown atmosphere? Look no further than Circle C Cafe in Paola. Indulge in mouth-watering breakfast that'll jumpstart your day, or savor the hearty lunches with farm-fresh ingredients that'll make your taste buds dance. Circle C Cafe, where delicious food and friendly faces come together. Stop in and see them at 1305 Baptiste in Paola. Circle C Cafe, hometown flavors, hometown pride. Find them at facebook.com/Circle C Cafe.
So just one runner stranded for Clay Center, not able to bring him around to score. Paola will come up to bat for the first time here. Troutman, Koslow, Lothan, and Curley in cleanup if anybody is able to get on. Cole Platson will step up onto the mound for the Clay Center Tigers. His numbers here in 2025, 43 total innings, 63 strikeouts, 24 walks, an ERA at 3.26. The last pitched, let's see, it was in the regional tournament. It was a semifinal in the 12-2 win against Chapman, where he went the distance, 6 innings, and that one just 5 hits allowed, 1 run coming in to score, 3 walks to 8 strikeouts. So he's coming in with a hot hand. We know he can do it with the bat. Now he's going to be looking to do it with the arm. That's going to be really important for Clay Center. If they want to make a run in this tournament, they are going to need the pitching staff to step in and step up big time. Platson will do his part to get that started on the right foot here. J.D. Troutman feels like he's been a Panther forever. How many games that you and I have called with him here on Paola Sports Live and across all of our other Varsity Sports Live channels. We've seen him grow up from a young freshman now into the veteran, well-seasoned senior. Has plenty of chances to play up at the next level at Fort Scott. Tremendous running back in football, and now he's here on the diamond, leads it off for Paola. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, we've talked about it many times, partner, how much fun it is to watch these young men and young ladies grow up before our eyes, actually. Get to follow them through their careers in all their sports. It's just been great.
JD, a .434 average, 33 hits, 21 RBIs this year for the Panthers. So that will get up and out of play. In the count, 2 apiece here to Troutman. Also has his younger brother on the team, Jax Troutman. And a throw to first will be in time. A little extra zip on that one from Tapman, the catcher, to Bergeron over at first base. Make sure he had enough zip on it to get Troutman out at first base, and he does. Like Koslow will step in now, one of the best sophomores in the state. Able to hit an inside the park home run versus Chanute in the regular season, as they played the Blue Comets twice on the diamond. One of the most solid gloves you'll find out defensively. He can hit to all fields, very flashy with tremendous speed. So, you know, with one out here, they would love to get him on, maybe get him active. He can snag a base on the base paths and maybe find a way to come in to score. Still looking for our first run in this one. That one called strike. Koslow, .415 average with 29 RBIs this year. And one of the many nearly double digits amounts of seniors on this Paola team. Well-experienced squad for Coach Brummer. Coach Brummer, we talked about, he picked up his 150th overall career win in regionals. He picked up his 100th career win as head coach of Paola this season as well. The legend continues to grow in Paola for Coach Brummer. That one called ball 4. Also had to wait just a half second longer to look back to the umpire and make sure was that ball 4 before he takes all of his stuff off, and he'll make his pass up to first base. Runner on here for Paola, getting into the meat of the order. Hunter Lothan will give it a try here.
See if Hunter can help his cause here.
That average at 342, 20 RBIs on 26 hits this year. Talked about his stats pitching at sub-2 ERA at 1.98, 53 strikeouts he's been able to collect, and give himself some run support here if he can potentially put something into the gaps or down the line into the outfield and give the speedy Koslow a chance to round the bases and potentially score. 1-0, here he goes. Koslow to second, he's got it. That throw drifted to the right side of the bag. It was the second baseman Hayes that had to step over and take that one in before it went out into the outfield. So Koslow already in scoring position. Called strike at the plate, 1-1 count to Lothan. Pitch from Platson. This one gets away from Tapman, the catcher, and Koslow no chance of even wanting to attempt the throw. So just like that, on 2 pitches, Koslow goes from first to third. That is only the 4th pass ball allowed this year from Tapman, the catcher of Clay Center.
Now the Panthers can score with a fly ball.
That one will go foul.
Or a ground ball.
Another full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Hunter Lothan. Koslow over at third base. Reachfield will walk. He stole second and then advanced to third on the pass ball. 1 out in the inning. Next pitch popped up, and that is not going to be deep enough. Hayes into shallow right. There are now 2 outs here. Able to get it just a little bit deeper. Might entertain the opportunity for Coach Brummer of sending Koslow in to score, but too shallow into right field to go as Hayes on the catch. There are 2 down here for Paola. Now moves to Jace Curley in the cleanup spot. Righty versus lefty matchup.
He had the right idea, though, going the other way.
.364 season average, 27 RBIs for Curley. Swings off the first pitch and fouls it out to the concourse. Oh, 2. You can tell Curley wants to get something in play, get that run home.
Yep.
Staying alive. Curley doing everything he can here.
Got a good at bat going.
Another one fouled away. Paola claiming the regular season championship in the Frontier League this season. One of 2 Frontier League teams here in this tournament alongside the Tonganoxie Chieftains. They got the game coming up next against the #1 overall seed, the McPherson Bullpups. Rematch of the state title game from 2022. 5th pitch to Curley. This one will stay fair. It's Bergeron that will take it. Covering over at first is Platson, and both teams go scoreless in the first. We head to the second here. You're watching Panthers State Baseball on Paola Sports Live.
Live remarkably at Colonial Oaks Spring Hill. The caring, loving, and qualified staff of professionals at Colonial Oaks offers your loved ones the care they need with the compassion they deserve. With a wide range of services, Colonial Oaks can meet a variety of needs, including with their Rhythm of the Day memory care program or on-site therapy with Empower Me Wellness. Residents enjoy 3 delicious restaurant-style meals daily, all with the support of the Colonial Oaks team. Learn more at colonialoaks.com.
Hi, I'm Katie Casey, and I'm honored to be a 3rd-generation realtor in our Crown Realty family. My dad and grandparents started Crown Realty in 1973, and since then we have grown to become one of the largest brokerages in the Midwest. We now have 8 office locations and over 150 agents covering about 20 counties across Kansas and Missouri. Reach out to us today to experience the Crown Realty difference, where we are committed to treating our agents like family and our clients like royalty.
Nothing but goose eggs up on that scoreboard in left field. No runs, no hits, no errors for either team. No score, most importantly. We go to the top of inning number 2. Dylan Funk alongside Dennis Drennan here on Paola Sports Live. I want to switch over to Tonganoxie Sports Live over on our website, varsitysportslive.com. We will also have coverage of the next game coming up, Tonganoxie versus McPherson, the 8 versus 1 matchup. And with how deep, how talented the field is this year at this state tournament, it is realistically that either of the now 7 teams remaining with the elimination of Abilene can get hot, make a run, potentially win the entire thing. Fort Scott picking up the win. They take on the winner of this game tomorrow. Logan could not get him to go around. 1 ball, 1 strike. Out of the way, off on top of the 10 awning here in Evans Stadium. Tigers, this is their 4th trip to state within the past 5 years and 5th overall in program history, so they are in the middle of a really good hot streak. Were in the regional championship last year, and they were upset by Circle as fans alerting everyone on the field that ball came down from the awning and onto the field. The last thing that you would really want is in an instance where a catcher's got to get up, backpedal, and roll his ankle on a foul ball that everybody thought was up and out of the stadium. So kudos to the fans, keeping everybody aware. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Tigers have finished runners-up in this tournament in 2021. They lost in the finals to Bishop Miege. And 3 of 4 losses have come to North Central Kansas League rivals and 4 qualifiers at this tournament. Rock Creek, 2 of the losses, and Abilene, who is already back home. Swing and a miss. Lothan had him fooled there.
Yeah, off-speed pitch really fooled him.
Now Sear's going to step in, give this a try, trying to get on for the Tigers at the table, starting shortstop and batting 6 in this lineup. Lothan hits him. Already a few times. We saw a couple hit by pitches in the first game, and now we have one here as Lothan came just a little bit inside. That last pitch came off just not quite right off the fingertips. So Sires on up to first base. Now Gurney will step in, batting 7th and starting out in right field.
See if the Panthers can turn 2 here.
Popped up, chasing after it is Mason Stein, but it'll get well out and into the concourse. Seeing a bunch of little kids with some extra energy running after the foul balls here during this tournament. It has been told many times that you return a foul ball, you get a quote-unquote sweet treat to enjoy. I've seen a lot of snow cones passed around, so
yeah,
I'm starting to put together what exactly that sweet treat is. Here's a bunt put down, and foul ball is called. Barnes tried to pick it up and make the throw over to first, but foul ball is called. Now 0-2, takes the bunt out of order. I think it's good. Give the retrievers a little extra motivation to run after those foul balls. Gurney 342 average, 21 RBIs on the year for him. Oh-2 from Lothan. Here it is. Slapped it. That's going to get through on the left side. Base hit. Troutman was shading more over towards second base. I left a big hole on that left side between Troutman and Stein. And it goes out to Mercer in left field. And there is our first hit in this ball game. It belongs to Gurney.
Yeah, Gurney hitting from the left side, and they had him shifted toward the middle, in the middle infield, and he just plugged the gap. Now let's see if the Panthers can turn 2.
Hayes will bat 8, starting at second base. He'll step out, gets a little extra time. High leverage at bat already in this game. Sire at second, now Gurney at first on that single. And this one to the right side. Slow roller, Curley will take the out at second, so Gurney is cut down. That allowed Skyer to move up to third and reaching on the fielder's choice, Hayes. They're on the corners here for Clay Center. 2 gone in the top of the second.
Good fundamentals where you get the lead runner.
You are fine taking that if you're Paola. Smart play made there by Jace Curley. Now Barnes will stand on top of the mound, get some extra time in with Lothan. Want to try to handle business here. The 9-hole hitter Ferguson stepping up. He's starting in center field.
Yep.
Jonah Ferguson, 239 average on the year, 10 RBIs on 16 hits.
Got to make him hit your pitch if you're Lothan.
Lothan's got plenty of them to throw as well. Swing and a miss. Now going to second. We've seen this once where it's a design kind of steal to get the attention of the infield, scrambled a little bit. The run does score. So Hayes does his job of getting caught in the middle. Sire comes down the line to score. And Paola will head to the bottom of the second, down a run.
For 50 years, Elliott Group has been your local insurance partner. With 5 convenient locations, Elliott Group is big enough to offer the best carriers, but small enough to know your name and your insurance needs. Elliott Group is more than just insurance. They're a part of each community they serve, with a wide variety of insurance solutions to help your unique challenges. Elliott Group, where they're there for you today and for years to come. Visit them at any of their 5 locations or at ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
Hey, call insurance agent.
Insurance agent not found in contact.
Call insurance company.
Insurance company is currently closed. Please call back during business hours. For directions, press 1. For billing, press 2.
Sometimes humans are just more helpful.
Don't worry, we're going to get this taken care of.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Rusty Walters in Paola today at 913-294-2737.
So now to the bottom of the second, Clay Center strikes first. Had runners on the corners with 2 outs. You had Hayes, the second baseman, was going to steal second. And Lothan threw it back. And it was kind of the monkey in the middle type scenario that allowed the runner third sire to come down and score. He plated the run before the out was recorded. That's now the second time we've seen that in this tournament.
I don't know why they don't fake the throw and then take a look at third.
Grounder, cut Shaw, and that would have to take a really online perfect throw. Would have been a web gym if he would have been able to turn it, but instead will not make a throw.
Yeah, they give him a hit on that. It's an infield hit.
I like that. Shaw diving out, kept it from going out into left.
Yeah, third baseman made a nice play on it. Just no way he was going to throw him out.
Tanner Meinig steps in,
Nice
bunt put down. It
That's
goes
going to
foul.
go foul.
Good effort nonetheless from Sander. 346 average, 17 RBIs for him. Call him X-Man. The name goes back to his dad. Asked our broadcaster Brendan Bolin during the broadcast if he could call him that so his parents could get a laugh along. And with Xander, when they went back and looked at it, I guess they did. The name is stuck, so credit to Brendan Bolin. Speedy contact hitter. Can put down a bunt or a sac fly. He's really a guy that is not too worried about the personal numbers of the batting average getting up or the RBIs, extra base hits. He is a guy that will go out there, and if he's got to put a bunt down, sacrifice himself in effort to move runners up or score them, he's going to do it. He's an all-around great team player. You can say that about every single one of these Paola Panthers.
That's a reflection of their coach.
And Coach Brummer continues to be one of the best in the Frontier League and just in the state of Kansas and in general, just high school baseball. One of the great leaders of men. He's had a baseball program established here in Paola that has thrived for many, many years and will continue to do so. Good block by Tapman, keeps it in front of him. 1 ball, 2 strike to Meinig.
Yeah, they just almost made it an annual trek here to the state tournament. 5 out of the last 8 years, that's pretty successful.
5 in a row, 8 of the last 10 years, 11th overall trip.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Solid grounder. Cutshaw will take it over to second for 1. Meinig with speed to first and is not going to be in time. Out of the glove of Berggren, deep foul ground. So Meinig is going to move on up to second base.
That's as good as a bunt. Got a runner in scoring position with only 1 out. And they are going to charge the second baseman with an error there. Throwing error.
Now to Roman Barnes. It can tie this game up. 1 run on 1 hit, now 1 error in this game for Clay Center. 1 hit to speak of so far for Paola. Bottom of the second inning. Paola, the 3 seed. They will be the home team for quite a while. Unless they win this game, they will be the home team tomorrow. They would take on then 2-seeded Fort Scott. Clay Center, the 6 seed. Keeping a close eye on Meinig at second. Now will make the throw. Hayes will fall down to the turf, but secures that baseball. Fouled off. Barnes, another one of the great catchers in the state of Kansas. Just like a brick wall back there. Not a lot. Balls get by him. Does a good job of getting on base as well. He bats 7th in this lineup for Coach Brummer. Latson continuing to keep an eye on Meinig. Now on a second glance delivers. Slow tapper goes foul.
A lot of spin on that ball.
.311 average this year, 12 RBIs for Barnes. Tying run in scoring position, 1 out. Bottom of the second inning. And Barnes will put this out into center. Ferguson, it drops down in front of him. So Meinig had to wait and make sure if that was going to be caught or not. He advances up to third safely. It's a bloop single for Roman Barnes.
Yeah, it was kind of hitting no man's land. Too deep for the infield, too shallow for the outfield.
I thought that it had enough hang time for Ferguson to make a charge in for it. And it seemed like Hayes and Sire both were kind of going back in that middle of the infield. Like you mentioned, just drops down in no man's land. Paola will take it. Tying run now 90 feet away. They're on the corners for the Panthers. Mason Stein over at third base will get his first at bat.
Panthers looking to plate their first run of this opening game.
One of the most touted freshman shortstop prospects in the state, and that is saying something. Kansas is filthy rich in talented shortstops. Multi-sport athlete with Paola. Overall, just very smart baseball IQ, as now Barnes will move up to second base, so a hit can plate 2 to tie and take the lead.
Uncontested Clay Center.
And looks like Platson, he's going to ask for a new baseball. Some scuff marks, something that he didn't quite like on that last one.
He didn't like the feel, yes.
Uno Wild, 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Here's the pitch. Popped up, and that one will go foul. So one thing I've learned about this ball field is you got to wait just a few extra seconds to see maybe, just maybe, if it will stay fair enough or in play enough.
Yeah, quite a bit of foul ground here.
Especially between the dugouts and the respective baselines. Bullpen station in the far corners. Kind of brings that foul ground in just a little bit, or out, I should say. It's the 20th year that the 4A state baseball tournament has been held here in Salina and Dean Evans. They also just recently hosted the Division I KJCCC Conference Region 6 tournament. Part of the NJCAA playoffs. Up the middle, it's going to score 1 for Paola. Cryer will dive on top of it. Keeps it from going out to out, but it's going to be a game-tying RBI single for Mason Stein.
Keeping that ball in front of him, he was able to save a run there. But you got runners at the corners with only 1 out now.
Just what Paola needed. Game is tied. The inning rolls along here. The 9-hitter, David Mercer. They call him Merce. Now you're starting to hear that Paola dugout get a little rowdy. Trying to put a bunt down. You'll have one more try. He went into regionals. He was hitless In his last 6 at-bats, he was able to collect one against Baldwin. Was able to also draw 3 walks. He got pretty good plate discipline.
I like that call by the Panthers. I think that was a safety squeeze. Another long look. See if it's still on here.
Outside, and it will throw back. Oh, and maybe they got him.
They did.
Oh, man.
Third base coach was really upset with that turn of events.
So Stein up to second base. They acted like they were going to throw to second, but it went back to Platson, who quickly went to third to cut Shaw.
That's what I think, in those rundown situations, if you do that, a lot of times you're going to get that third base runner.
Swing and a miss here from Mercer. 1-2 to count. Big play there for Clay Center. And a swing and a miss, so Platson keeps the damage to just 1 run. Mishap on the base running for Paola. It was a great play defensively for Clay Center. Either way you want to slice it. 2 innings in the books here. 1-1 ball game between the Tigers and the Panthers.
Hey, call insurance agent.
Insurance agent not found in contact.
Call insurance company.
Insurance company is currently closed. Please call back during business hours. For directions, press 1. For billing, press 2.
Sometimes humans are just more helpful.
Don't worry, we're going to get this taken care of.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Rusty Walters in Paola today at 913-294-2737.
If you're going to wear jewelry, shouldn't it be as unique as you? At Wilson's Jewelers, they can bring your ideas to life. Wilson's can also put old stones in new pieces, or new stones in old pieces, or even just repair what you already love. Wilson's Jewelers brings quality service and old world craftsmanship to the area by learning from jewelry masters from around the world. For 30 years, Wilson's Jewelers has been family owned and operated. When it comes to your adornments, trust Wilson's Jewelers, your personal jeweler.
So both teams able to plate a run in their halves of the second as we head to the 3rd inning. Tied at 1 apiece. Dylan Funk alongside Dennis Drennan. We've had some kind of quirky sequences here. It just seems to follow you and I, no matter what headset we put on, what channel we're on. It does not matter. See some crazy things. It was a pretty slick defensive play for Clay Center to get the runner picked off at 3rd base. And then they get the swing and miss strikeout a few pitches later. So hold Panthers to just 1 run in that bottom of the second. Exactly what you want to do. Lothan starts his top of the 3rd, a first pitch strike. Now to Ferguson batting 9th, and we go back to the top of the order. Kaufman followed by Platson. Strike 2 called. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error so far for Clay Center, and 1 run on 3 hits. No errors for Paola. And right at J.D. Troutman. Got off his feet just a little bit. 1 out.
Yeah, ball had some top spin on it, so it kind of came down a little bit. Get right out, Troutman, though. Those atom balls.
Yeah.
Good pitch there.
Seeing Lothan starting to settle into a groove here. Got the out on 3 pitches.
Nice breaking ball there.
Now first pitch strike here to Kaufman, 0 for 1, ground out. On the right side again, foul ball. Jasper Logan was all over it.
Well, Lothan's got him 0-2. See if he can punch him out here.
0-2 pitch fouled away again off the top of the foot.
Yeah, that's an owie.
So more and more you traditionally see players will come out with either elbow guards, wrist guards, or something at least on the top of their foot, or a guard that at least maybe goes up to the shin. But just batting gloves, that's all Kaufman will elect for. Rub some black pellets on it from the turf and move on.
I can't remember who it was last year that in the majors that fouled the ball off of his extended leg and it broke his shin.
That would be quite painful.
Yeah.
Logan deals another 0-2 pitch. Slow roller, Logan will take it and sprints hard to the bag. 2 up, 2 down. You can always see some of those sometimes. It can kind of get a little dicey when the first baseman has to come in over to his right, and then it's kind of a toss-up of do I run it out or is my pitcher going to run over and cover the bag? But Jasper Logan that time just said, no problem, I'll take care of it myself. Good hustle.
Hit sharply enough that he had time.
Platson reached with the walk in his first at-bat. Obviously, that explosive bat of his is being treated with extra caution by Lothan and for any other team that Clay Center might face in this run.
Uh-oh.
Solid swing out into right. Going back is Koslow. He's at the track. It's over the wall and gone. So there's an example of the power right there for Cole Platson. If you're a Pokes fan of Okie State, you love seeing that. He's going to get pretty common with orange and black for quite a few years to come. Shows off the Division I power there. Solo shot there. Gives Clay Center back the lead 2-1. Now there's two ways to look at that. You give up the home run, that stings, but also you handle business. You got the first 2 batters out. If you're going to give up a home run to that power bat, at least have it be a solo.
Yeah, no question about that. That ball was hit really well.
I've only seen one other player in our time of doing this tournament who has hit a home run that loud and far, and that was back in 2022. I go to Stockton Timbrook, who's then sophomore of Abilene. He had one out to straightaway center that was knocking on the door of maybe 400 feet.
Yeah, no question, man. I remember that. Yeah, it was just a smash.
Now 3 straight balls to Tapman. They have up the first base line in that corner where the foul pole is. They have it measured at 328. It's a 4-pitch walk to Tapman. So I would go to wager and say that solo shot from Platson definitely probably was close in the neighborhood of at least 340.
Oh, yeah, easy.
350 possibly.
At least 340.
It's hard to tell exactly how far it went with our vantage point.
Well, it cleared the wall. It was no wall scraper.
No, no doubt about it. He got every single bit of that pitch.
He got out of here in a hurry, too. Well, see if these Panthers can close this out here without giving up any more runs.
That is Platson's team-leading 13th RBI. Now a solid grounder is going to get by the glove of Stein at third. And now all of a sudden, after a 2 up, 2 down start, a solo home run, now followed by a walk and a single here from Bergeron. 2 aboard for the Tigers. And this is a perfect example of how momentum can just find a way of balling up, and once that ball gets rolling downhill, it can be hard to stop. Stein gave a good effort diving out, trying to keep it in the infield, but it still went out in the left to Mercer. Lothan trying to settle in here. Called strike, much to the disliking of this Clay Center crowd.
We'll take it.
Crowd is pretty well split, 50-50, with supporters for both Clay Center and Paola making the trek down. Panther fans commonly known for always following their team and traveling well.
In all sports.
Yes. You will not find a much more dedicated fan base in Paola. First class, must I add, too. Many great experiences with the kind folks in the community of Paola. This one behind, that one obviously not intentional. Getting away, and now this one, it goes out into center field. Still a chance to make a play at third. Now a throwback to second. Everybody's going to be safe for Clay Center. It's just some confused, dazed eyes in that infield for Paola on that sequence.
Yep.
Second and third now.
That looked like a breaking pitch that got away from Lothan.
It did. And now this one gets by Barnes, and Trapman's going to come down. He will score. Berggren will advance up to third. And it is now 3-1 Clay Center. And Lothan, 2 up, 2 down to start, and since that solo home run from Cole Platson, he's been looking a little rattled.
Yeah, no question. Although that was a pass ball.
Infield will come in for a meeting. And I do agree with you. It was a pass ball, but he was settling into such a groove, attacking the zone.
Yeah, that home run did kind of look like it shook his confidence a little bit. You just got to have a short memory in this game.
Paola is no stranger to putting up runs. They average about 8 runs a game in the month of May. They have a very high-powered offense that can get going at a moment's notice. So Lothan right now, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, deuce wild, as Denny Matthews would say. Strike and an out away from keeping the damage to just 2 runs. Here's the pitch. Got it. So he gives up the solo home run to Cole Platson, and one more comes across on the pass ball. And after 2.5 here at Dean Evans Stadium, Tigers 3, Panthers 1.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right. The first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
First Auction Bank community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Bottom of the third inning here. Paola back to bat. They have tied the game in the bottom of the second, and now 2 in the top of the third. It's a 3-1 Clay Center ball game. 3 runs, 3 hits, 1 error for Clay Center, 1 run, 3 hits, 1 error for Paola. It was the solo home run for Cole Platson. He was walked in his first at-bat. Lothan retired the first 2 batters he faced, and then Platson put a home run over the right field wall that went close to about 350 feet, if we had to guess. We don't have StatCast to confirm, but I'm going to go on a wager and say he got 350 on that one.
Yeah, he hit it well.
And from there, it was a walk followed by a single. And then some kind of sloppiness on the infield of Paola allowed runners to advance up to second and third, and then a pass ball allowed the second run of the third inning, third run total of the game, to come down to score for Clay Center. Lothan was able to settle in and strike out the last batter he faced to keep the damage at just 2 runs. So now a chance here as we go back to the top of the order. J.D. Troutman, 0 for 1 in the game. But a chance for Paola to maybe string some hits together. And, I mean, even just getting 1 run across. You don't necessarily have to tie the game. Just getting 1 run across.
Right.
You're going to feel good. You're going to get that confidence back and right back into this ball game. We have seen a lot of crazy things happen at this state tournament in years past. Ball game is far from over as Troutman will get on with a leadoff walk. Coslow, he scored the lone run so far for Paola. Steps in, he's got the pink cleats, pink shin guards, and pink bat. Love it.
Pretty flashy.
Ball one.
I thought maybe they might put the bunt on here, get that runner in scoring position, but one of your better hitters, I'm not sure if you want to do that.
I could see him, if he could put a bunt down, he's got arguably the most speed on the team.
Well, then that's
do an old bunt for a single.
Another reason to do it.
There goes the runner. Troutman to second. Here's the throw. It skips, and he's in safely. JD got a good jump on that last pitch from Platson, and the throw from Tatman was skipped in. If it throws on a line, maybe it's close.
I'm bunting him now.
2 balls, no strikes to count. Off that stolen base from Troutman, what will Coslow do here? Lays off that one, now 3-0.
He's going to probably take this next pitch.
Four-pitch walk. On a pitch that looked like it did not miss by a lot. Looked like Coslow was going to be taken the entire way. So just like that, tying run is aboard, and the go-ahead run comes to the plate in Hunter Lothan. And time will be called for here in an infield meeting for Clay Center. Big moment, big spot in this ball game. We are through 2.5 so far here. This is the second game of the day, quarterfinal actions at the Kansas 4A State Baseball Tournament. Fort Scott, the 2 seed, they got the win over 7-seeded Abilene 4-2. The Tigers are on to the next round. Cowboys are heading home as Fort Scott awaits the winner of this game. Game after this, McPherson and Tonganoxie, and we wrap up the 4th and final game of quarterfinal action. The defending champions from a year ago, the Rock Creek Mustangs, will face the Mulvane Tigers.
See if they're going to bunt these runners over. Swinging away.
Swinging away and
infield fly rule.
And is called for.
It doesn't matter, it's an infield fly.
Right. Berger still battling the sun, was able to bring it in.
Yep. Bunt would have looked better there.
Curley 0 for 1. Righty versus lefty again. Platson to 2 1/3. Here's pitch number 52. First pitch swinging and fouled away. Panthers have been fairly aggressive at their approach at the plate this game.
Yeah, when the pitchers are in the strike zone, you better be ready to swing.
And Platson continues to be a little stickler on the baseballs that he is handed. The 3rd or 4th time now where he is asked his catcher, home plate umpire for a new ball. Keeping an eye on Troutman at second. Here's the 0-1. Out into center field. Ferguson shades to his right, and the left fielder is there as well, and eventually it is Kaufman out in left field. That brings it in. That ball continued to slice over from center over into left, and Kaufman was there, and now 2 aboard, nobody out. Next 2 batters retired for Paola. So it will take a hit here now to bring any runs in to score Jasper Logan. And if you come up empty-handed in this bottom of the third with 2 aboard, nobody out, Denny, you're going to feel a little bit disappointed and definitely feel like there were some opportunities missed.
Yeah, no question about that.
Breaking pitch does not get the zone.
Very promising inning to the first 2 runners get on. Unable to advance the runners.
Logan had a ground ball single his first at bat, one of the 3 hits for Paola this game. High level.
High and tight.
Buzzing the tower potentially of Jasper Logan.
It's a fastball too. Those you can kind of hear go by.
Hear a whistle or a sizzle, some will tell you. And there's ball 4. Clay Center fans might be feeling that the zone's getting a little tighter, perhaps. Bases loaded opportunity here for the X-Man, Xander Meinig. Looking for his first hit of the afternoon. Called strike. Meinig was able to reach base on a fielder's choice and then would advance up to second on a throwing error from Cryer, the shortstop, trying to turn a double play. Swings and misses at that pitch, now 0-2.
High hitter just got by him.
And the overall tone and feeling of this inning is going to be a big result of this at bat and how it ends.
Yep.
0-2 from Platson. Fouled away, and it will get out of play into the bullpen. Paola started this inning, 2 aboard, nobody out. Lothan popped up to the infield. Infield fly rules called for. Jace Curley flied out to left field. And then it was the walk to Logan to put him at first, load the bases up. Troutman at third, Koslow at second. Miney continuing to protect in an 0-2 count. Big spot in this ball game. Swing and a miss, foul tip, but it's into the catcher's mitt of Tapman. He shows the home plate umpire. So Paola, multiple on, nobody out. And not able to get any of them to come in to score. Clay Center really starting to like their odds here. 3 in the books. It's a 2-run lead for Clay Center.
Stupid Go Brawley internet.
Go Brawley allows you complete control over internet usage for all devices in your home from anywhere, as it should be. Visit gobrawley.com to learn more.
Bringing the law to your corner. That's Hartley Law Group. Attorney Jerry Hartley and her staff are dedicated to working for the results you want and to help you determine what actions you can take. Specializing in criminal defense, family law, guardianship and adoption, estate planning, probate, and trust litigation. To learn more, call 913-294-4512 or visit HartleyLawGroupLLC.com. The choice of a law firm and attorney are important decisions and should not be based solely on advertisements or websites.
So it stays 3-1. Into the fourth we go. Clay Center 1 in the second and 2 in the third. Paola just their 1 run in the bottom of the second as well. And it's always, Denny, in these state tournament games and everything, it's always so crucial, especially if you're the underdog, to come out, get on top early, and try to maintain that lead and just let that wave of momentum continue to build up on your side. And that's what Clay Center has done for the most part in this one.
Yeah, and it also puts pressure on the favorite. I think maybe they start pressing a little bit. And hopefully Paola can avoid that today.
Odin's next pitch. Low and out of the zone, 1 ball, 1 strike.
They just need to go back to playing Panther baseball.
So there was a moment you and I just talking about during the break. Man, of 2 aboard, nobody out for Paola, and it was Lothan, the batter, and you were calling for the bunt.
Yeah.
Swinging away, infield fly rule was called for. Jace Curley flying out to left as that gets called for strike 3.
Well, you know, there was no one out. And if Lothan can get down a bunt, you have runners at second and third with only 1 out. And, you know, both runners are in scoring position. But, you know, hindsight's always 20-20,
yep,
partner.
Definitely.
But I was calling for a bunt. You're right.
I like it. You know, on one hand, the situational baseball, runs can come in a premium. Definitely put the bunt down there. But also for Coach Brummer, I think that's part of what makes him so great is that he is definitely a player's coach, and he puts all the trust in his players.
Yeah.
This goes up the middle. Troutman, 2 out. So with Lothan in that spot, one of the best hitters on the team, overall leaders, he put the trust in him to say, I'm going to trust you to make a play on this one. And even if it didn't go his way, he's going to say, hey, kid, you're going to get him next time. You know, short-term memory.
Oh, yeah.
You got to have that in this sport.
Yep.
And that, I think, if you ask a lot of people, they will tell you that is Panther baseball. Putting the trust in the players.
Yeah.
Let them do it right. Now a called strike here to Hayes. Starting at second base, 0 for 1 in this game this afternoon. So just like the top of the third, Lothan able to retire the first 2 batters. That breaking pitch comes back into the zone. Now a strike away from a 3-up, 3-down inning. Another foul tip. There was that solo home run to Cole Platson after being an out away from getting down to the top of the third that really kind of started the potential spiraling in that top of the third inning.
Yeah, uncharacteristically, the Panthers were throwing the ball around the field, and you know it ended up costing them 2 more runs.
And gets the swing and miss there. So nicely done for Hunter Lothan. Settles in there. He gets strikeout number 3 and 4 in the inning. As we head to the bottom of the 4th, Paola is still down by 2 runs.
At Olathe Health, we perform cutting-edge surgical procedures because changing lives with innovative care drives us, 1 patient at a time. Olathe Health, advanced healthcare, advancing lives.
If you're off your game because of pain or injury, turn to Olathe Health because orthopedics is our game. Joint repair and replacement, chronic conditions and injuries, hand surgery, sports medicine. Make an appointment today.
HERS Incorporated in Spring Hill is your area's premier small engine repair shop. Before you replace that faulty trimmer or mower, let our experts get you back to work. And if you are in the market for a new handheld, we carry Maruyama and Red Max trimmers. Plus, HERS is still the best place for hydraulic hoses, cylinder repair, and mechanical control cables. If that's not enough, we're also a UPS drop-off location. To learn more, visit us at hersinc.net, call 913-247-3530, or just stop on by.
We're halfway through this game in Salina, Kansas, Dean Evans Stadium. 3-1 lead in favor of Clay Sitter. They can hold on to this 2-run lead. It would be our first upset of the tournament. Be the 6-seeded Tigers over the 3-seeded Panthers. For Paola trying to avoid this stretch of what recently has been. They've brought many talented teams into a 4A state tournament, trying to find a way to the championship game for the first time in 9 seasons. Barnes fouls that one away, so 0-2 count early here. But right now, their focus and attention is all about just trying to survive and advance, get past this game, and take on the Tigers of Fort Scott tomorrow. What a potential matchup that could be. One-two skips well in front of home plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. And that's a leadoff knock. Ferguson will cut it off. Nicely done for Roman Barnes with the bottom of the order due up 7-8-9. He does his job of getting on base.
Nicely done. I got a courtesy runner.
Yes, do have a courtesy runner coming in. Number 5, Gannon Miller will take over at first base for Roman Barnes, the catcher. Mason Stein 1-for-1 today. First pitch swinging, it popped up in foul ground, and that'll be out number 1. And foul grounds are very deep here at Dean Evans Stadium, so plenty of room for Bergeron to move out and bring that last one in. Now to Mercer. Looking for his first hit of the afternoon. He struck out swinging his first at bat. Extra time called for over at first base. Some equipment issues with Miller. Get him squared away. Now, it's interesting when you're looking at the field of this tournament. 5 of the 8 schools come from 2 leagues. And you got the Frontier League with Paola and Tonganoxie, and the North Central Kansas League. Three schools from that league making it over here. These Clay Center Tigers, along with the Abilene Cowboys and the Rock Creek Mustangs. So all the benefit of the way that regionals work at the 4A level. Anywhere else below, you would not be able to see that of 3 teams from 1 league making it all the way to the state tournament. Goes to show also how talented and deep both of those leagues must be. One ball, 1 strike to Mercer.
Tried to bunt with 2.
Now it's 2 strikes. So bunt is going to be taken out of the picture now.
You know, I saw in the Royals game, and I think it was last night, the guy bunted with 2 strikes and got the ball down perfectly.
Oh, called strike 3.
Yeah, he's been given that outside part of the plate all day.
Now some Paola fans starting to voice their displeasure. Had the broadcaster up here fooled. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Low and away, called strike 3. Now 2 out. Tigers continue to hold on to this 2-run lead.
The number 7 hitter gets a single to lead off the inning. And the 8 and 9 guys, neither one, well, there was 1 attempted bunt. So coach has got them swinging away.
That's just been kind of the day offensively it has been for Paola.
Coach knows more about this than I do.
5 total runners left on base by Paola, only 2 for Clay Center. Troutman swings and 1 goes foul. If you happen to notice, Denny, if you got a keen eye, that swing, does that remind you of anybody?
Oh, I wasn't paying attention, buddy.
He's got the mannerisms and everything. It's all labeled after Bobby Witt Jr., who is
Oh, okay.
kind of the role model for J.D. Troutman.
That's a good role model to have.
See how fast he gets that ahead of the bat around. Fouls that one away. He models and plays his game that way because he views him very much like Bobby, both being speedy, gritty contact guys. Even does the little signature kind of bat twirl.
Yeah.
1-2.
Reached for that one.
It's amazing just watching it, and the similarity, it's almost on point from the twirl to the swing, everything. It's almost on point. It's led Troutman to a lot of success this year, so if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Right.
Back-to-back foul pitches, another 1-2 above the helmet. 4 total hits this game for Paola, 3 for Clay Center. Both teams with 1 error. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Platson's next pitch, Troutman will sky it into left. It might drop down, and it does. Shaw couldn't bring it in. Running hard was Gannon Miller with 2 outs, so he will stop at third. And a little bloop single for J.D. Troutman.
See if the Panthers can cash in here.
And the Panthers have left 5 stranded so far in this game. If they strand both these runners, it will go to 7 through 4 innings.
That's not good.
Not ideal. Up the middle, and Fire will take it. Almost in stride, fielded it, and put the foot on the base. Now 7 total runners stranded in this ball game through 4 innings. For Paola, they still trail 3-1 after 4 innings.
Our whole vision of becoming the 4-state agency was because we want to be able to grow with our clients, whether they have a lake house in Oklahoma, whether they're starting a business and expanding into Arkansas. We want to make sure that they're taken care of, whether it's home, auto, financial services, or even life insurance. We want to walk through the stages of life with our clients. That's the biggest part. That's what makes us different.
Hi, I'm Dr. Aaron Stoes with Paola Vet Clinic. We'd like to thank you for trusting us with the care of your pets and large animals. At Paola Vet Clinic, we're proud to be your hometown veterinarians who know and care about your family. We provide cutting-edge diagnostic services, digital radiology, ultrasound, and in-house same-day blood work, chiropractic, and reproductive services. Come in and see us at our new location here in Paola in the Industrial Park with indoor cattle and equine facilities complete with a hydraulic tip chute. With a team of 11 veterinarians, our commitment to this community makes Paola Vet Clinic the vets you can trust.
And again, the deeper this game continues, the more enjoying this has to be for Clay Center, holding on to that 2-run lead. And like you mentioned earlier, Denny, the more pressure that is starting to build up on Paola, where things now currently sit. They're down to their last 9 outs, currently down 2 runs, still plenty of ball game to make something happen. But right now, this offense for Paola, they have been struggling. Now 7 Panthers left stranded on base.
Yeah, it's that 7-runner strand is going to be an ugly stat if this doesn't go Paola's way.
7 runners stranded compared to just 2 for the Tigers. 3 runs on 3 hits for Clay Center, 1 error, 1 run on 5 hits. 1 error for Paola. Hunter Lothan still pitching. He gets a swing and miss. First pitch strike to Ferguson, 0 for 1. Now a foul on the bunt attempt. Panthers have also snagged 3 stolen bases. Both teams have struck out 4 times. Panthers have drawn 4 walks, just 2 walks for Clay Center.
Nice pitch there by Lothan. That was a wicked hook.
Strikeouts continue to pile up at strikeout number 5 now for Hunter. And there is still plenty of ball game to be played out here in this one for Lothan right now. He got back to the scoreless inning at the top of the 4th, looking to do it again here in the 5th. Ball 1. Hoffman 0 for 2 day at the plate for him. And winner moves to tomorrow. They take on the Fort Scott Tigers. Whew.
It's a nice pitch by Lothan.
Yes, it was.
He has got a nasty, nasty breaking ball.
Right at the big hook on that 1-0 count. Now the 1-1 is all for strike 2.
Stitch the outside corner.
Potentially looking for back-to-back strikeouts. Here's the 1-2, and he gets it. Got to throw to first. Barnes on line to Logan. And Hunter Lothan, when he is one that gets into a groove, he can be hard to knock off the path. As he faces Cole Platson again in the last at bat, it was the top of the 3rd, the solo home run.
I'd put him on. There you go.
And it's going to be met with some boos here from the Clay Center crowd.
That's just a smart play.
So we talked about it in the regional championship win for Clay Center. Platson was put on base in all 5 at-bats. He was not given a chance to swing away.
Yep.
And he showed why with his last at-bat, the solo home run, and he's not going to get a chance here.
Smart move there by the Panthers. You don't want to let him hurt you, especially with 2 outs.
No doubt about it. Had Graham, number 20, brought in as a courtesy runner as well. 1-0 count here to the catcher, Tapman, 0 for 1. Tapman reached base on a walk earlier in the game, now 2-0.
Now 3-0 by Lothan here.
Following an eerily similar path as he did in the top of the 3rd, gets the first 2 outs. The intentional walk, and now he finds the strike zone on that last pitch. Tapman taken all the way. One up the middle, off the mound, a slow roller for Troutman. Easy step on the bag at second for the 3rd and final out. 4.5 now in, 3-1. Clay Center holds on to that 2-run lead. Panthers looking for a rally down to their last 9 outs.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Panther fans can find us at 310 North Hospital Drive in Paola or 913-294-3713. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
My name is Dr. Claire Strode. I'm the owner and orthodontist here at Strode Orthodontics. You may run into me out at the soccer fields or out on the baseball diamonds. The things that I love most about orthodontics are when patients tell me how much they enjoy their smile and how much more confidence they have after having their treatment. We love serving the families and people here in South Johnson County and also surrounding areas. And I look forward to serving you and your family.
The pitch count for Lothan just announced. 71 pitches is where he is at, so he's got at least at this pace has a chance to go the distance. 79 pitches right now for Platson. He's still out there for Clay Center. You're watching Panthers State Baseball on Paola Sports Live. Dylan Funk joined alongside Dennis Drennan, filling in for our colleague Brendan Bolin. 3-4-5, Lothan, Curley, and Logan. And for Paola, again, down to your last 9 outs where things currently stand, trying to avoid the first round upset. First pitch called for strike one. Lothan an 0 for 2 day so far for him. A pair of pop outs in the infield.
He's due.
He is due. He's gotten into a really nice groove on the bump. Now trying to get it going with the bat as well. Seen his strikeout total climb up to 6 for the game. 1 ball, 2 strike now. Platson delivers. Ball 2. Panthers have had their share of opportunities in this game to get runners across. 7 total stranded on the base paths.
Oh, wow. Whew, we'll take that. That looked close.
The zone has been tricky.
Yeah.
Payoff pitch, fouled away. And we have seen many borderline pitches that batters might think is strike 3, but is called for ball 4 instead, or vice versa. Still looking to protect, and that one just goes foul. Pulled on it just a tick early.
Big swingers.
86 pitches for Cole Platson. 3-2, low and away, ball 4. And once again, leadoff man is aboard for Paola.
Let's see what Panthers put on here.
Imagine might have a courtesy runner coming in, and it looks like we do.
Number 6.
Reese Hauser will take over at first base. Jace Curley, righty versus lefty. Could be potentially time for the big inning the Panthers have been looking for. They scored their lone run in the bottom of the second, have been scoreless since. Fouled straight back to the net.
He was on that pitch.
Both teams scored a run in the second, and 2 runs in the top of the third, one on a solo home run from Cole Platson. And another run coming in to score on a pass ball. Teams have been scoreless since. This is hit pretty well into the outfield. Gurney in right field will drift over into the gap and bring it in. So solid contact, but not stung hard enough to get by the outfielders into the right center gap and roll to the wall. 1 out. Now Jasper Logan steps in.
Unable to advance their runner as well.
Called strike. Still on a 1-for-1 day with that walk in his last at-bat and the ground ball single in the first at-bat. One and one. A day all throughout today, it's been very overcast, but the sun is
peeking through
starting
now.
to come out.
Seeing some blue skies.
Temperatures will warm up in response to that, approaching 250 here in Salina, Kansas, Dean Evans Stadium. 2-1 becomes 3-1, that pitch upstairs. Xander Meinig on deck. Swung hard and foul ball.
Ooh. That's what Paola's been needing right there, but just foul.
It is those kind of plays where it would really, it kind of makes you miss the old chuck that would actually be put down, and maybe you see something spit up there. I mean, that was within inches of dropping down fair, possibly scoring a run. Instead, it goes foul, but ball 4 follows.
Now you got a runner in scoring position. Paola's just not been able to get the timely hit so far today, but see if they can put one together here.
That average with runners in scoring position and just runners on in general is well below probably 200, I would have to say. It's the one stat that they do a lot, but haven't actually seen that one yet as far as the average. Mining now takes ball 1. Coming close on the century mark for Platson, and right as I say that, it looks like head coach for Clay Center is going to make his way out of the dugout and out to talk with this pitcher, head coach Andrew Bent.
Yeah, Platson struggling with his control right now.
Exactly, could be the opening that Paola has been hoping for. And bullpens very visible here at Dean Evans Stadium. Neither team has anybody up and throwing. And I'm sure the word from the skipper right now to Platson is you can try to buckle down, get these final 2 outs, and then I would imagine that might be it for him, unless he can get him within very few pitches. Again, he's at 97. 98 will be looming the next one he throws. Usually once you get to that 100 mark, the time to get taken out of the game is usually followed by 2 or 3 outs later. Seeing teams and fans for both Tonganoxie and McPherson starting to show up as they will play roughly 30 minutes after the conclusion of this game. Have the coverage of that over on VarsitySportsLive.com and on Tonganoxie Sports Live on YouTube. 1-0 Meinig is down low as well. 2-0. Platson continues to struggle.
And the Paola here, I think you want to take a strike. Make him throw a strike.
There it is.
You saw it, so now you go.
So for a set of Panther bats that have been very aggressive early in this game, going up, swinging away, and now keeping the bats back, challenging him to throw a strike.
Yeah, well, he's struggling with his control. That's what you want to do.
Continues to keep an eye on Hauser, the pinch runner at second. Here's the pitch.
Ooh.
3-2. There's been a handful of pitches for both pitchers today that have been borderline, that have gotten calls one way or the other that the batter might or might not agree with. 3-2, and Meinig, a chopper. He's got some good speed. Fielded by Platson, needs a good throw, and he's not going to get it. So Meinig beats it out up to first. It was offline. Berggren just kind of gets it into his glove. It drops down to a knee, keeps it from going into foul ground.
Yeah, a base hit can tie this game.
The time is now. Infield hit awarded to Xander Meinig. And this could be it for Platson. We'll see who, if and who they will turn to in this scenario. And Platson leads the way the whole season as far as innings pitched at 43.
No signal yet. Yep, there we go.
It would be
asking for a righty.
It would be Ryan Gurney with 32 1/3 as far as just total innings put into the books this year. Yeah. All right, so we will have some things to shuffle around here. Pitching change has been made. We'll announce the changes when we return. Bases loaded, down by 2 runs. Panthers looking to get a rally started.
If you're going to wear jewelry, shouldn't it be as unique as you? At Wilson's Jewelers, they can bring your ideas to life. Wilson's can also put old stones in new pieces, or new stones in old pieces, or even just repair what you already love. Wilson's Jewelers brings quality service and old world craftsmanship to the area by learning from jewelry masters from around the world. For 30 years, Wilson's Jewelers has been family owned and operated. When it comes to your adornments, trust Wilson's Jewelers, your personal jeweler.
The Fun 99 menu, always $1.99 each.
A message from the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment.
Did you know your new favorite burger has hand-smashed patties made to order, hot and melty cheese, and a tangy sauce? How rude of me. Let me introduce you. The all-new Sonic Smasher. Live free, eat Sonic.
Okay, so many changes being made here. It is the pitching change. It is Rylan Gurney, the right fielder, still keeping the southpaw. He will come on to pitch. Number 1, Argo will go out. He fills in at right field. And we do believe that Platson was kept in the game. The question is just where will he go and who does he replace in the infield? It'd be Cutshaw, Sire, Hayes, or Berggren. This is a big spot here now for Paola. You've left seven runners stranded. 1 out here, bottom of the 5th. You're down 2 runs. Again, big hit here from Roman Barnes. He could become a potential Paola legend forever.
Platson's going to short. Yeah, lefty versus lefty here. Paola's got to get something done here.
Lefty versus lefty. Roman Barnes v. Ryan Gurney. Here's the first pitch. 0-1. These are the type of scenario, the type of moments that you just dream of stepping into the box and having a chance at bat. This is a slow roller, and everybody's going to be safe for Paola. Charging hard. Here he comes. Tying run is safe. Jasper Logan gets on his horse, second to home. Hauser in the score as well. And we are knotted up at 3.
Great job by the Panthers there, base running.
Oh, wow.
Another courtesy runner. Number 5.
Roman Barnes, he does his job. Gannon Miller again in for courtesy. Go-ahead run, Xander Meinig at second base. The big inning that the Panthers have been looking for. They've been scoreless since the bottom of the 2nd. They've played 2 so far here, and this one's going to go off the glove. Cutshaw over at 3rd. Again, everybody's going to be safe, and the bases are loaded once again.
Yep.
What a spot. And
only 1 out, too.
They ruled that a hit. Mercer shows bunt, pulls away, called strike. 3 runs now on 6 hits for Paola. 3 runs on 3 hits for Clay Center. Tigers trying to hold on to that 2-run lead. They now have seen it evaporated. The game is tied, and now this one put into play. Platson throw coming home, and he got it in time.
Yep.
Definitely was in time for the force. Might even put the tag on it just to be safe. He gets Meinig at the plate. Heads up play from Cole Platson, the starting pitcher, now moved over to short. So Mercer up to first on the fielder's choice. Now J.D. Troutman. How many big clutch moments? Big old Uncle Charlie there. Ball 1. How many big clutch moments J.D. Troutman has collected in his 4 years as a Paola Panther, and this is his final run. Future Greyhound of Fort Scott Community College. Bases loaded, 2 out. Called strike there, 1 apiece. Go ahead run, 90 feet away. Insurance run, also in scoring position at second. Miller at third, Stein at second, Mercer at first. Troutman, ground ball right at him. Platson underhand toss to Sire, so the Tigers do their job of keeping the damage to a minimum. However, Paola ties the game up 2 here in the bottom of the 5th as we head to the 6th. Tied once again at 3-all.
The Fun 99 menu, always $1.99 each.
A message from the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment.
Did you know your new favorite burger has hand-smashed patties made to order, hot and melty cheese, and a tangy sauce? How rude of me. Let me introduce you. The all-new Sonic Smasher. Live free, eat Sonic.
Looking for a taste of home-cooked goodness and a welcoming hometown atmosphere? Look no further than Circle C Cafe in Paola. Indulge in mouth-watering breakfast that'll jumpstart your day, or savor the hearty lunches with farm-fresh ingredients that'll make your taste buds dance. Circle C Cafe, where delicious food and friendly faces come together. Stop in and see them at 1305 Baptiste in Paola. Circle C Cafe, hometown flavors, hometown pride. Find them at facebook.com/Circle C Cafe.
Highly encouraged, folks. If you're ever out and around in Paola for breakfast, stop by Circle C Cafe. Great place. Great food. Head to the 6th here. 3-all ball game. The 2 spot in the bottom of the 5th for Paola. A couple times they had the bases loaded and were able to get the job done. And just like that, it is a brand new ball game. Hunter Lothan still out there dealing for Paola. He's racked up 6 total strikeouts. He has been phenomenal. Got a little rattled in that top of the 3rd after the solo home run from Platson, but since then he's put up back-to-back scoreless frames, looking to make it 3 in a row. First pitch taken for ball 1. Just 3 hits in the game for Clay Center. So with those bases loaded there at the end, the left on base total for Paola is now up to 10 runners compared to just 3 left on base for Clay Center. But all they really cared about, Denny, they could have left 3 more stranded as long as they got at least a couple of them in to score. Obviously, they would have liked to have gotten more. But they got 2 in, tied the game up. Fresh breath. Here into the 6th we go. Both Tonganoxie and McPherson continue to watch along.
And that's what you don't want to do if you're the Panthers. Walk the leadoff man. See if they'll play some small ball here.
Third baseman Cutshaw, 0 for 2 day for him, batting 5th in the lineup. Had a lot of shuffling around as far as positions for Clay Center. And that one will go foul. If it was just a little bit closer, knowing the player that Roman Barnes is, he might have tried to dive out for and make that good hustle play. Now 6 walks for Lothan.
Not showing bunt that time.
Shows it again that time, but off the plate. 2 balls, 1 strike. And no doubt has seen our fair share of small ball played in these type of winner-take-all, survive and advance type of games. That one even counted 2 apiece. Bergen over at first on the leadoff walk. Lothan looking to get out 1 here in the top of the 6th. Here's the 2-2.
Full count.
Having in the books pitch number 83 coming up here for Hunter Lothan. Got him looking. Strike 3 called.
Nice pitch.
Strikeout number 7 on the afternoon for Hunter Lothan. One of the best arms in the Frontier League and in the state, showing why. Even to keep an eye over at Berggren at first base. Sire 0 for 1 today. He's moved over from shortstop to second base after Platson was relieved from the game. Platson taking over at short. Lothan's 1-0. That's called for a strike. 4 1/3 on the bump for Cole Platson. 102 total pitches, 6 hits, 3 runs allowed, all of them earned, 6 walks, 4 strikeouts. Is now in the hands of Gurney, the right fielder. Now the pitcher that Paola was able to get those 2 runs in on. 1-1 put out into left. Mercer is there, brings it in for out number 2. Again, an out away, sending it to the bottom half, giving the Paola team a chance to get the go-ahead run in to score, and then send it to the top of the 7th to the Tigers being down to their last 3 outs. Called strike. Been about as solid a 5 2/3 so far that you could ask for Coach Brummer out of your senior leader, Hunter Lothan. This one will drop out into left. Mercer playing it wisely. He could have been aggressive. Maybe try to run up on that one, make a diving grab. But
yeah, if it gets by him, though, that run scores.
Exactly. That's the smart play of what he did there.
Yeah, exactly.
Berger now up to second. Gurney, the pitcher, off with that 2-out single. And could we have a pinch hitter coming in, but we also have a little courtesy runner coming in, and now Coach Brummer is heading out to the bump as there could be the pitching coach. He's going to go out and talk with Hunter Lothan and the rest of the infield. And no indication that Lothan is going to be replaced. This looks more as a type of thing with 2 outs in an inning, tie ball game, go ahead, run in scoring position. Want to make sure everybody's on the same page as to what exactly they want to do in different various scenarios.
I promise you this, if the wind's blowing in harder than it is today, we might succeed. That's all I'm going to give you.
And it was Graham, the courtesy runner, that checks in for Gurney, the pitcher over at first on that 2-out single. Still Lothan's ball game on the mounds for Paola. And Argo gets his first at-bat in the afternoon. What a spot this is for him.
Yeah.
State tournament, top of the 6th, late game scenario, 2 outs. Tie ball game at 3-3. Go ahead, run in scoring position. What can you do for us, young man? Exactly what Coach Bent is asking for him here. Swings and misses at that pitch. 0-2. Lothan in the driver's seat of this at bat.
Yeah, he was fooled badly on that pitch.
Ferguson, the center fielder, on deck. 0-2 day for him. Lothan trying to wrap it up here with Argo. Potential 3-pitch strikeout. Can he get it? Here's the pitch. Yes, he does. Nicely done for Hunter Lothan, making now 3 straight scoreless frames for him. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Paola looking to take the lead, send it to the top of the 7th for Clay Center down to their last 3 outs. You're watching Paola State Baseball on Paola Sports Live.
For 50 years, Elliott Group has been your local insurance partner. With 5 convenient locations, Elliott Group is big enough to offer the best carriers, but small enough to know your name and your insurance needs. Elliott Group is more than just insurance. They're a part of each community they serve, with a wide variety of insurance solutions to help your unique challenges. Elliott Group, where they're there for you today and for years to come. Visit them at any of their 5 locations or at ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
Happy birthday! Thank you.
Watch this. Call your dad from that phone.
So you pay for a phone line just to laugh at kids?
No, my internet company makes me pay for the phone. Might as well get something out of it.
That internet?
No bundling required. Visit GoBrawly.com to learn more.
This game has turned to the tide in the way of the Panthers right now. Bottom of the 5th, they plated 2 runs across. Another scoreless top half thanks to Hunter Lothan. Now 3 straight scoreless for him. Has kept the Tigers at bay after giving up 1 run in the 2nd and 2 in the 3rd. 3 total runs on 4 hits, 1 error for the Tigers, 3 runs on 7 hits, 1 error for the Panthers. 3 spots remain in the championship semifinals. Paola looking to claim one and move on to tomorrow to take on the 2-seeded Fort Scott Tigers. 0-2 count here to the leadoff hitter, Koslow. That one gets called for a ball. Gurney still the pitcher in. Platson over in at short. Aiden Argo in right field. Those were the defensive changes and substitutions made after the pitching change for the Tigers. Chopped and foul. Again, we talk about the high number of runners left on base in this game as it currently sits at 10 for the Panthers. And their 9 innings of offense during regionals, they had 12 runners left on base. They had 9 in the game against Chanute. Multiple innings where they left 2 runners on. And then they had 3 in the game against Baldwin, even though that they had many times where they were able to bat around and were able to get the blowout win against the Baldwin Bulldogs, 14-1, I believe ended up being the final score. So they just have a way of continuing to work around and make the most of it, and that's what they've done here so far, and it's all you got to do. It's all you can do.
Yep.
And now it's about getting that decisive go-ahead run across to punch your tickets tomorrow and guarantee 2 more games to close out your year. This one off the glove of the pitcher. Platson at short, throw to first in time.
Ooh, wow.
Called. And it looked like Koslow was just about a quarter of a step too far behind.
Wow.
Your words say it all, Denny.
We have no instant replay.
We don't.
No challenges.
about as close of a bang-bang call as you can get.
Yep.
Koslow just shy of reaching now. First pitch swinging. Lothan puts it out into left, and the go-ahead run is aboard here for Paola.
Lothan helping his cause right there. Solid single.
And courtesy runner being signaled for. And again, it is Hauser. Pretty automatic these days. If you're the pitcher or catcher, you're going to get a courtesy runner brought in for you. Jace Curley looking to get off the schneid 0 for 3 today. A ground down and a pair of flyouts, one to left and one to right.
Fooled badly by that breaking pitch.
One ball, one strike.
Nice pitch.
Put into play. That's going to get thrown on the left side. Back-to-back singles. Down in the left field it goes. Hauser up to second. Jace Curley gets his first hit. And now that go-ahead run in scoring position.
He finally got a fastball, and he was able to find a hole with it.
Jasper Logan also had a single in his very first at-bat over on that left side of the infield. Panthers have loved going that way. Fouls off the first pitch. Believe it or not, with now the 13 total hits combined in this game, there's only been one extra base hit, and that was the solo home run. Everything else has been singles.
Yeah.
9 hits for Paola, 4 for Clay Center. Look at the movement on that pitch.
Yeah.
We've seen some pretty good old, what'd you call it, Uncle Charlie's.
Yeah.
We've seen the old big
Hooks,
curve.
Uncle
hits,
Charlie's.
Yeah. 0-2.
Ooh,
Comes
hit him.
inside and hits him.
He did not want to do that.
Flips his bat with enthusiasm. Does Jasper Logan there. Probably the happiest he has ever been to be hit by a pitch, and now all of that pressure is built up on the side of Clay Center. Bases loaded, 1 out. Go ahead run 90 feet away. If that run could come in to score, it could very well possibly move the Panthers on to tomorrow.
Clay Center's going to pull their infield in for the play at the plate. That adds percentages to your batting average when the infield is pulled in tight.
Big spot here for X-Man. Xander Meinig, 1 for 3. That infield playing shallow, so anything hit hard and through the gap, it's going to get out and complete 2. 2-0 count. And time is going to be called for.
I think he's going to make a pitching change here.
Coach Ben out again. And it looks like the change is going to be made, and I believe it is going to be Tatman, the catcher, that will take over as pitcher. More changes being made here for Clay Center. We step aside again. Paola, 3-3 ball game, bottom of the 6th, 1 out, bases loaded.
Live remarkably at Colonial Oaks Spring Hill. The caring, loving, and qualified staff of professionals at Colonial Oaks offers your loved ones the care they need with the compassion they deserve. With a wide range of services, Colonial Oaks can meet a variety of needs, including with their Rhythm of the Day Memory Care program or on-site therapy with Empower Me Wellness. Residents enjoy 3 delicious restaurant-style meals daily, all with the support of the Colonial Oaks team. Learn more at colonialoaks.com.
Hi, I'm Katie Casey, and I'm honored to be a third-generation realtor in our Crown Realty family. My dad and grandparents started Crown Realty in 1973, and since then we have grown to become one of the largest brokerages in the Midwest. We now have 8 office locations and over 150 agents covering about 20 counties across Kansas and Missouri. Reach out to us today to experience the Crown Realty difference, where we are committed to treating our agents like family and our clients like royalty.
First Option Bank, community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Okay, so I believe it is Tapman. Can't confirm. He is the pitcher. Cutshaw from third will now be the new catcher. Berggren from first base. He goes over to third. And Gurney, who started the game in right, came on in relief at pitcher, and now he will take over at first base. Everything else still seems to be the same. Platson and Cryer, middle infielder, short and second. Kaufman, Ferguson, Argo, left, center, and right. 2-0 count here to Xander Meinig. 1 for 3 on the day for Paola. 1 out, bottom of the 6th, tie ball game, and the bases are loaded. Go ahead run, 90 feet away, insurance run, also in scoring position. A hit here can really break this game open, potentially, and you want nothing more if you are a Paola Panther baseball fan.
Yeah, pressure situation. Come in with no place to put a guy in a 2-0 count.
Yep, this is tough.
Tough.
And for Tapman, who's been the catcher all day, so he has a pretty good idea of where exactly that strike zone is. We've noticed the low and away corner of the zone has been given all game. He goes right at the knees of Meinig and gets the called strike. Tapman 27 and a third innings pitched this year. Swing and miss from Meinig. Now 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1.77 ERA, 33 strikeouts. Second on the team behind Cole Platson, 63. Just 6 earned runs allowed. Here's the 2-2. Meinig puts it in play, infield playing in. Here comes the throw to home, right on line from Platson, and that is how you draw it up there if you're Clay Center.
Yep.
So Meinig up to first on the fielder's choice. Hauser, the pinch runner in for Hunter Lothan, is gunned down at home plate. And Roman Barnes, arguably nobody else you would want at the plate here for Paola. 3 for 3 today. 3 singles, and the last one came on the infield where he was tagged with 2 RBIs that would come in to score in the bottom of the 5th to tie the game up, and now he's got a chance to bat and give his team the lead. It's going to take a hit to make it happen, or a walk. He'll take either or. One-oh pitch. Ball 2. Mason Stein, third baseman, on deck. Bottom part of the order trying to come through for Paola. Barnes has done it 3 times already, looking for one more. Keeps the perfect day alive at the plate. 2-0. Now 3-0. And all the pressure on Tapman, the pitcher. Third arm dispensed in this game for Clay Center. Action getting up in that bullpen for Paola as well. A couple of guys in there warming up. Big 3-0 pitch. Tapman needs to find the strike zone. Here's the pitch to Barnes, and he does, right down the pipe. What will the approach be on this 3-1? Barnes takes strike 2. He thought it was ball 4. Tossed the bat to the side, thinking the go-ahead run was just walked in. And I love that from Coach Brummer, immediately getting his attention and saying, head up, focus back in, 3-2, 2 out, nowhere to put him. Tie ball game. Go ahead run 90 feet away. Here's the pitch. Up the middle, and it is going to score the go-ahead run. Here's the throw to first. Oh, it's in time. Run does not score. Sire somehow got back to his feet, made the throw back to first in time. Diving out was Barnes. He was inches from a 4-for-4 day and 3 RBIs, including the potential game winning. But instead, we head to the top of the 7th. 3-all. High drama here at Dean Evans.
And how many left? At Olathe Health, we perform cutting-edge surgical procedures because changing lives with innovative care drives us, one patient at a time. Olathe Health, advanced healthcare, advancing lives.
If you're off your game because of pain or injury, turn to Olathe Health because orthopedics is our game. Joint repair and replacement, chronic conditions and injuries, hand surgery, sports medicine. Make an appointment today.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right. The first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
What a dandy we have been treated to here
on
Paola Sports Live. So glad all of you have been able to join along with us here. Our live coverage from the 2025 Kansas 4A State Baseball Tournament. Top of the 7th, tie ball game. Anyone's to take right now. Could you ask for any more high drama, high stakes action at Dean Evans Stadium than this game, partner? I don't think so.
It's been a great one.
It has been a great one, no doubt. 9-1-2, Ferguson, Kaufman, Platson. The 3 due up for Clay Center. Lothan still out there for the Panthers. Starts his 7th inning of work. First pitch called strike. They mentioned for Paola they do have arms warming up out in the bullpen. It was J.D. Troutman who is still out there. He's at short. He was getting some tosses into the bullpen during that last at-bat for the Panthers. We'll see if a pitching change is called for. 0-2, Lothan next pitch is fouled away straight back over our heads here in the press box. So that total of left on base now, Denny, it is 13 for the Panthers, and that was, I think, everybody in this. It's another swing and miss strikeout there. Every Panther fan here at Dean Evans, the broadcaster included, thought that he was going to beat it up the line, he was going to be safe, and the go-ahead run was going to score. It was going to be another clutch hit for Roman Barnes, but instead, Sire somehow, the diving grab, keeps it in the infield, gets on his feet, throws to first in time to beat him by a step.
Yeah, that's
what a
amazing
play. So now for Paola, if they're going to win this one, it's going to be in dramatic fashion on a walk-off. We go back to the top of the order. Kaufman 0 for 3 in this ballgame, the leadoff hitter for Clay Center. And the big power bat of Cole Platson on deck. And I would imagine if they have a place to put Platson, I think they might give him the intentional walk just like they did in the last at-bat.
I would think so. I think that's the smart money.
2 balls, 1 strike. Six and a third for Lothan. 4 hits, 3 runs, 2 of those earned, 4 walks, 9 strikeouts. He's on the cusp. Three balls, 1 strike to count to Kaufman. Here's the pitch. So like we have mentioned, the zone today, it has been difficult for hitters of both teams to exactly figure out. Because that is now, if I can count perfect on memory, at least the 4th or 5th time that a hitter in a 3-ball count has thought, Ball 4 was called and is tossing the bat over, trying not to show up the home plate umpire, just kind of natural instinct. Now the payoff pitch, jam shot, but fouls it away. So Kaufman continues to battle. Lothan, pitch count at 1-0-1. He has just rolled over the century mark. Another 3-2. Another one fouled away. What a spot these Clay Center Tigers had found themselves in. They held a 2-run lead for a few innings.
The majority of the game.
And ball 4. So now he can toss the bat over to the dugout, and he makes his way up to first base, does Kaufman. So now the question here is, Denny.
Yep.
Platson stepping in. You already got that runner at first. Do you give him the intentional walk again?
Well, if you do that, then you put the potential go-ahead run in scoring position. But that's what they're going to talk about right now. He's going to tell him, don't give him anything. Don't give him a cookie for sure.
In the pitch count.
I think we may see one of those unintentional, intentional walks, hoping that he'll pop it up. Or
so you're saying give him 4 pitches.
Yeah.
Outside, off the plate. If he chases, great. If not, fine.
Yeah.
We'll live with it.
Yeah. I don't think you can pitch to him.
That is definitely the discussion being had. And again, all indications on that mound right now is there's not going to be pitching change, so he'll still be Lothan. He'll face Platson for, it'll be the 3rd official at-bat, but the 4th time total here on the day. Granted, the intentional walk and what would have been the last at-bat. And if you're Platson, I mean, you're hoping that they throw to you because, again, you're wanting a chance to step up big for your team here and try to make something happen. And they're going to give him the walk.
Yep.
And Booze will rain out again.
I still think that's a smart move.
It is. I mean,
if he goes yard again, then you're down by 2 in your last 3 outs.
So it has taken me in my entire time of covering spring sports, baseball and softball at the high school and collegiate level this is the first time I've seen intentional walks handed out back-to-back times to Cole Platson.
Especially to put the go-ahead run in scoring position.
Yeah, that's the gamble you take there. Now a first pitch ball to Tadman. You walk Platson, sure, don't give him a chance, but now, like you mentioned, with 1 out, you do put that go-ahead run, potential game-winning run, in scoring position.
Mm-hmm.
But it's all about that gamble, right? Because if you do pitch to Platson, if he does get a hold of one, puts it over the wall, that's 2 runs scored. Yeah. Maybe if a hit happens here and you keep the damage to 1 run.
Yeah, even if he gaps one, you're gonna score a run.
Meinig is there and brings it in, tagging up Kaufman, but he thought about it, but will hold place at second base. So that's exactly what you wanted to happen after giving the intentional walk.
Yep.
Meinig does his job in center. And it has been overcast the entirety of the first game, and then the first half of this game, the sun has continued to peek out all throughout. So those high fly balls definitely, outfielders and infielders have been having to deal with the glare of the sun, but Meinig did a good job of tracking it and bringing it in. 1 for 2 day for Berger, and a chance with 2 outs in the top of the 7th. That go-ahead run at second base. First pitch swinging out. Mercer is there, brings it in. Go ahead run, left stranded in scoring position. The Panthers can walk it off all the way to the semifinals tomorrow, where they would face the Fort Scott Tigers. We'll see if they can do it on the other side here on Paola Sports Live.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Panther fans can find us at 310 North Hospital Drive in Paola or 913-294-3713. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill is your area's premier small engine repair shop. Before you replace that faulty trimmer or mower, let our experts get you back to work. And if you are in the market for a new handheld, we carry Maruyama and Red Max trimmers. Plus, Hers is still the best place for hydraulic hoses, cylinder repair, and mechanical control cables. If that's not enough, we're also a UPS drop-off location. To learn more, visit us at hersinc.net, call 913-247-3530, or just stop on by.
No better way you would want to draw it up here if you're Paola. You've left your fair share of runners on base, 13 total in this game, but you've made it now to the bottom of the 7th, and
chance to walk it off.
This is it. I mean, if you're winning, and if you're moving on to the next day, it's going to end via a walk-off, a feeling that not too many teams get to feel at the state tournament level. It would be a huge accomplishment for this team of being 1 down, 2 to go for the ultimate prize. Trying to get it done here. Stein, Mercer, 8-9. Then we go back to the top of the order for J.D. Troutman. The 3 due up. And Koslow, if anybody gets aboard. First pitch swinging, and that's on for a leadoff single. So well done for Mason Stein, the third baseman. He's had a nice day.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say they're bunting.
Probably would be a fairly safe bet. Stein energetic as he was coming out of the batter's box, knowing he had that leadoff single secured. Now a bunt showed off the plate, ball 1. Big chance for David Mercer. They call him Merce. 1-0. Squares to bunt again. And it is, did they say foul?
No, it wasn't foul.
It's not.
It was
Pass ball.
Yeah. So now he doesn't have to bunt, but I would try and bunt him over to third if I could.
It was close. Definitely did not hear any clink of the aluminum bat. But just what you want. Now winning run in scoring position. Damon will continue to keep a close eye on Stein.
Yeah, you definitely want to bunt him to third.
Nicely done. Play will be to first, almost falling down, but Sire secures it. Sacrifice bunt moves Stein into winning position at third. 90 feet away, the 4th in winning run for Paola in this ballgame. And what will the Tigers do here? And make sure everybody is in on the same page. I would imagine are you bringing the infield in on this, Denny? Or are you keeping it normal depth?
Yeah, you got to keep it normal depth. If I was the Tigers, I might walk him and set up a double play.
Because you are.
They'll probably play the infield in because they got to cut that run down at home. Yep. They go.
And it's J.D.
Definitely
Troutman.
look them back. Yeah, they're gonna be in.
Yep, everyone's gonna shift in onto the edge of the infield grass. J.D. Troutman.
That'll add points to your batting average when they pull that infield in like that. Just got to avoid a strikeout.
I think if you're asked JD, he's not thinking about points on batting average. He's just thinking about getting that run in, winning the game. First pitch swinging, and it's going to drop down in the left. Off the wall, J.D. Troutman.
What a job by J.D.
Panthers walk it off.
He hit that off the midway up the wall out there.
It's a mobbing out there, moving in the left. J.D. Troutman in the middle of it. First pitch swinging. Denny, they might have been better off walking him if you're a Clay Center fan. It's a walk-off hit for J.D. Troutman. Call it a walk-off double. He earned it off the wall, out in left field. And from one Tiger team to another, Paola survives and advances, down 2 runs for a good portion of this game. They tie it in the bottom of the 5th, and they walk it off in the bottom of the 7th as they have a date with the 2-seeded Tigers of Fort Scott tomorrow. What a game. What a finish.
Yeah.
High drama all throughout. And for Clay Center, what a game, what a season it was for them. One of 3 teams from the North Central Kansas League that made it to this tournament.
Clay Center gave them all they wanted.
No doubt about it. Panthers, 13 total runners they left stranded on base in this game. And they had the winning run aboard, and they did their job of getting them in to score. So it wraps up 4-3 your final. Clay Center, 3 runs on 4 hits, 1 error in the ball game. Paola, 4 runs on 11 hits and 1 error. Final line from Hunter Lothan as I scroll over to find it here. Here we go. He went the distance for the Panthers today, 105 total pitches in the 7 innings, 3 runs, 2 of those earned on 4 hits, 6 walks, and 9 strikeouts. What a day it was for him, and the Panthers needed it all the way through. So we will shift now over into our Paola Vet Clinic post-game show. And give them a call at 913-594-7101 to schedule your pet's appointment today off the Industrial Park at 1708 Industrial Road in Paola, Kansas. And Denny, this was quite a thrilling game, and you and I have called many high-drama state baseball games, and that one has got to be up there. It's one of the best that you and I have gotten to see. And what a way to rally, what a way to finish for Paola. And it comes from J.D. Troutman, who we talked about at the beginning of the broadcast. We have seen him grow up all through the 4 years, and how many clutch moments and key plays that he has made, and he could just add on another one to the resume.
Yeah, no question about it. It was, it's not the ideal way you want to do it if you're the Panthers. I mean, it was a high-drama affair, leaving 13 men on base, but when you can come up with a walk-off win and advance to the next round, you can't ask for anything more.
And for the offense for Clay Center, it just sputtered. 4 hits, that's all they were able to get. Meanwhile, Paola had 11. Both teams with 1 error, 13 left on base for Paola, 7 left on base for Clay Center. Only 2 extra base hits, the home run from Cole Platson, and then that walk-off double from J.D. Troutman. 1 extra base hit per team. That one from J.D., obviously the big one, punches the ticket for Paola. As they move on to tomorrow, they will be the road team as they take on the Fort Scott Tigers, from one Tiger team to another. But Paola, that's what it's about, survive, advance, and I love seeing that on the field. Head coach for Tonganoxie, Mitch Loomis, going right over to head coach Troy Brummer of the Panthers. 2 coaches were very well familiar with one another within the Frontier League. Nicely done. Love to see that. So that is going to wrap up our game here on Paola Sports Live. We'll be back at it tomorrow with the semifinal game against Fort Scott. Meanwhile, we will shift over to Tonganoxie Sports Live. We will have the game coming up for the Chieftains as they take on the McPherson Bullpups, the #1 overall seed. This is a rematch of a state championship game from 2022. McPherson, that was 1 of 2 in their back-to-back bids that they won, defeating the Chieftains that year, won it again in 2023, and were just short of meeting the tournament last year as well. But the Bullpups are back on #1 overall seed, facing a tough, scrappy Tonganoxie
Yep.
squad. It should be a great one. Feel free to join us over on Tonganoxie Sports Live and on VarsitySportsLive.com to catch the action in this one. Again, final score, Panthers 4, Tigers 3. We will have Paola and Fort Scott playing again tomorrow. I believe first pitch for that game is scheduled for 11 a.m. here at Dean Evans Stadium in Salina, Kansas. Thank you guys so much for joining along with us here today alongside my broadcast partner, Dennis Dridden. I'm Dylan Funk. So long. We'll see you tomorrow here on your home of the Panthers, Paola Sports Live.
Thanks for watching. From the gridiron to the hardcourt, the pitch to the mat, don't miss any of the action. We're there with live, local sports.